Hey everyone, I'm staff writer Ryan Allen for the Prowler, and I'm with the head varsity lacrosse coach, Coach Schmidlkofer. How are you doing, Coach Schmitty?
Good, Ron. How are you?
Doing all right, doing all right. All right, so we just won the region championship game versus McIntosh. How did that go?
Went well. It was kind of a, it was senior night for both the girls and the boys, so it was kind of, there were some distractions during the game, and then we get to honor the guys at between the games, and then once we got going, I thought we started off a little, we were a little out of rhythm a little bit, and then once we settled in, we played well. We got a lot of shots on their goalie and got some stops, and didn't really finish like what we wanted to. We were up about 7 or 8 goals, and we relaxed with about 5 minutes left in the game and let them score 2 or 3 goals to make it 14-10. But all in all, the main goal was to win the area, and that's what we did.
Was that the problem? Was that you guys were relaxed?
No, I don't think so. I think, the McIntosh game always, just like it does in all the sports around here, brings out, a little anxiety. You play a little tight. You're trying to, instead of just playing your game, you're so wrapped up in some of the things that really don't matter in the game. And then once we settled down, we were fine. So, that's just high school athletes. That's just how they react sometimes in quote unquote big games.
And coming off a region win, how far into the state playoffs do you think we're going to get?
I really don't have an answer for that. I mean, we take one game at a time,
Okay.
And the guys know that. When you start looking ahead and down the road, that's when you get into trouble. We got Decatur coming to Panther Stadium Monday, and then that's all we're focused on. We don't even want to talk about anybody else until after that one's over with.
Sounds good. So, are there any problems? Are there anything you guys need to improve on that you've seen?
We're always practicing, trying to correct our mistakes. Trying to play with more consistency in all phases of the game, the transition game, offense, defense. We have to do a little bit better job on our rides when the opponents are trying to clear the ball into our side of the field, and and they know that, the guys know that, they know that you're never satisfied. If you start getting satisfied and get complacent, that's when you get beat.
So would you say are they physically and mentally ready for state playoffs?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the seniors, that's played a lot of games. They're 63-13 in their career, and a lot of them have played 4 years, so they got a lot of experience on this team, and that's that's hard to replace. So yeah, I think they're ready. We'll see 7:45 Monday night if they're ready.
And that was one of my questions. Is there's a lot of seniors that are leaving this year, and that's a lot of talent that you guys are gonna miss next year. So how do you plan on replacing that? Are the underclassmen ready?
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of young talent that will, this time next year will be a year older, and that's high school sports. People come in as 9th graders and they leave as seniors. You can't keep them around for 7 years. They got 4 years, and it goes by fast. And yeah, these guys, Ethan, Avery, Ryan, Jack, Sean Bohm, and I got a couple other ones that I hadn't mentioned. They're all all good players for us. So Aubrey and Binkley and Hardy Simpson, that's all 8, I think. So they've been around here a while, so they know, they've played a lot of games, so they know what's expected of them, and they know where our program's at, and they want to win, going out their last couple of weeks of their senior year. So it's but we got to go play. We can't talk about it. We got to go play.
Right. Is there a really strong scorer, a really strong player that you feel like is worth mentioning, like a real
for our team? Oh yeah, we got several. I mean, that's the thing, is that when you play us, we have a lot of above average high school lacrosse players. A lot of guys can score. Avery can score. The 2 freshmen, Luke and Restorucci and Gabe Lopez, can score. Then you got Ryan, who's been there for 4 years. Then you got Ethan Sack, and then you got Seth Rosenhoover. then you got Reed Harrison, and then you got Sean Boehm. I mean, there's a lot of guys that can score, and a lot of guys that play good team defense, and the midfielders are very good on defense, but we got to get better, and so you know, I mean, there's a lot of guys. It's just not revolved around one guy. You know, Ethan and Avery have been the most probably where everybody kind of knows those guys, and Ryan, but there's a lot of guys that are in the supporting roles that do a good job.
How will our depth in the midfield help us go far in the playoffs?
Oh, that's key. I mean, you can get, when we take our line 1 middies off to give them a break, and our line 2 middies can still come in and run the offense and be able to play transition defense, and you know, yeah, that's huge. I mean, you can't just have 3 guys. You got to have 6 to 7 to 8 guys, and we have plenty of those. I mean, we've got some freshmen that are stepping in, and several juniors that, you know, so I feel pretty good about that moving forward.
That's good. That's good. So state championship is.
We hope.
Is looking like a possibility.
We hope. We can't win the state until we win the first one, though. So you know, everybody's excited, but that, you know, like I said earlier, you got to stay focused in the moment, and you got to, you know, we got to play Decatur, and we got first quarter, second quarter, all the way through, and then whoever we match up with in the next round, we'll worry about that after the Decatur game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Coach.
All right, Ryan.
Appreciate
y'all giving us some airtime. Boys appreciate it.
It's no problem.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for this episode of Coach's Corner. Thank you.